most obvious thing that one would talk about in one of these video blogs. I don't know, music, politics. Let's go with politics. Okay, I voted for John McCain. Why did I vote for John McCain? 'Cause I was, is a Republican. But John McCain has been very disappointing since the election. Why am I saying that? I say that because he has completely destroyed my idea of what a Republican is. So, instead of being Republican, I think I'm gonna go more moderate. A lot more moderate. In fact, I might even be edging just a little bit out over the boundary into the liberal side, which kind of scares me to begin with. Here's what I'm thinking. John McCain, I thought he was an excellent choice. Why? John McCain was moderate, and we need someone to be moderate. We need someone to look at both sides of the issues. And if we have someone who only goes on party lines, only goes with what they want, what their party wants, without even thinking about what everyone else in the entire nation wants, we're going to be stuck where we've been for the last 30, 40 years. Nothing will ever get done. And that is bad. We need stuff to happen. We need movers in this world. We need to get things going. So, I wanted John McCain because I thought he could do just that. I thought he would pick an excellent cabinet. I thought he would be all together. That he would be knowing what he's going to do, and everything would be excellent. That didn't work out. Why? Well, first of all, of course, we all know the outcome of the election. Barack Obama, hooray, he won. And Barack Obama has done an excellent job, I believe. So the first major bill to come into Congress after the election was the introduction of the stimulus package, which Barack Obama kind of spearheaded, followed by a few other choice Democratic people and a few from the Republican side, most notably Susan Collins, a senator from Maine. And I thought John McCain would be right behind this, would be like, yes, this is something we need to get done. We need it done because it's going to help our nation. It's going to stimulate the economy. It might not fix it. The economy will not get fixed with one bill. It never has. It never will. But it needs to help it. We need help right now. So what happened was John McCain started the whole movement against it. And that would have been okay if he was like, I don't like this bill, I'm not going to vote for it. He publicized everything against this bill. He was huge against it. Everyone was rallying behind him. He was like the leader of the anti-stimulus package movement. And everything that happened was because of what he was saying, and a few other people, I admit. That really disappointed me in what I thought John McCain was doing. John McCain, I voted for you, but it's time for you to sit down and shut up. You lost, okay? Now, I thought you did good in the running. I thought maybe you could have picked a better running mate, maybe this Susan Collins, who introduced the bill and has done this whole big thing for Maine and for the United States. But no, we went with Sarah Palin, who is a bulldog with a lipstick. So I think my whole faith in the Republican side of politics has kind of been shattered. And now every time I turn on the news, every time I look at some of these political things, I get really stupid ideas from Republicans. You've got the governor of, what is it, Louisiana, I think, who says he's not going to accept some of the money from the stimulus package. Why is that? Because he would have to increase the amount of people who are on welfare, which means he has to increase funding for welfare, which would be coming from the national government for 2 years. The bad thing about that is he doesn't have enough money to continue this funding for more than 2 years. So he's not going to accept it. He's just going to throw out the entire stimulus that he'd get from that part, which is only like 1 million, I think, or less of the 18 million or so that he's getting. So it's not really a huge percentage. But he's starting this whole movement of people who are throwing away little bits and pieces of the money that's coming to them. So why is he doing that? You'd think that he could just, instead of throwing it away, he could just accept the money, bring it in, help the people who need it, those extra people for welfare, help them out, because they need the money. They need the money. A lot of people need the money right now. Me, I just barely went through an area where I was owing a lot of money, and I just barely squeaked by until my paycheck came through. And I'm doing good now, but these people in Louisiana, they need the money. Why doesn't he, for the next 2 years, accept the money and start this whole welfare program with the prior knowledge that he is going to take away the extra rules for the welfare and revert back to the original, what it was? If he reverted, then everything would be fine. Now, I think that would be the best thing. But no, he's just not going to accept it. This is just some of the stuff that some of the Republicans have been doing lately. And it's starting to really annoy me. But you look at the Democratic side. I was very, very apprehensive about Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State. Are you freaking kidding me? Hillary Clinton? She's the face of our State Department? Yeah, I almost ran off to Canada. So, I've been following what she's been doing. She surprised me. She's done okay for herself. That lady, she knows what she's talking about. She's been looking okay in front of people. I mean, she's made some big mistakes, like writing the wrong word on this thing that she was giving to the Russian government, and I don't know, stuff like that. But she's done okay for herself. A couple other people from the cabinet have been found to be fraudulent or something along those lines. They've been dropped from the cabinet. They're not allowed to continue, which is really good. The whole thing with Loiusiana, blah blah blah, you know, the guy from Indiana. That thing was a little bit iffy. But the way Barack Obama handled it was excellent. The way that Congress handled it, a little not so excellent. I believe if I were going to vote in this election again, the past election, knowing what I know now, I would have voted for Obama. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to me. I'm JB Ram, and these are JB Ruminations.